So, let's see how I fared this time against Cello Blue 2.0.0. We have an open Sicilian on the board, the Khan variation, or Paulson, or Bastrikov, whatever it is called. So let's see, I'm gonna go knight there, bishop e3, a3, knight f6. So let's see. Maybe I should try and play it positionally with g3 and bishop there. Can he go d5 here? Takes. Probably not, because I have knight takes c6. So I think I can also go bishop e2 and castles with bishop f3 to follow. Also f4, bishop f3 at some point is maybe something. So I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna castle. So now let's see, what about f4? I have to be careful about f4. f4, d5, knight takes, pawn takes, and he's safe. f4, d5, e5, f4, e5. Then I can just take, knight takes, and go. Not so sure, but I will go f4 anyway. Okay, d6. e5 is not possible currently. I should probably start and prepare for some stuff here, like queen there might be something. Queen e1 with queen g3 in mind. Queen e1, e5. Knight f5. I don't really want to do that. I can go knight f3. After takes, knight f3. I'm gonna do it. Also, rook d1 might be something in the future. If he takes, knight takes, I have bishop takes, and if then e5 takes, I can safely return my bishop to some other square. So that's not bad for me. I don't see an immediate refutation of my stuff. Okay, he does take it. Let's see, if ever he pushes the pawn d5, I'm gonna go e5. So he should probably go e5 at some point, yes. Okay, now the question is takes, and bishop back to e3. Might be the way to go here. Although takes. I'm not so sure about takes. I think I should just go back. Although takes keeps the rook's file open, so I'm still gonna grab it. I have this isolated e-pawn now, but I think it's not a huge deal. I could sacrifice the rook then in some lines to get knight e5 in. Okay, bishop back. So let's see. Okay, bishop g5 might be an idea as well. Bishop g5 in some lines. Also rook to the d1 square might be useful. Loads of stuff I can try. Bishop c6, queen c6. What about queen a5? Then he does knight takes. He doesn't really have so much discoveries. What about rook takes, bishop takes, and knight d5? I mean, I'm not so sure. The option is bishop d3, but how can I get my pieces into the game then? d3 might be something. Bishop g4, knight queen g3. I'm gonna go bishop d3 anyway. I want to get rid of that bishop No. Actually, I think in hindsight, rook takes f6 might be something in the future, because he can never really get rid of my knight. Maybe he's starting now with the move b5 to put the bishop on b7, or bishop e6 is also something. So let's see, queen there. Queen here. If he goes knight h5, I have queen f3, and my bishop is covered then, so yeah, let's do it. Okay, bishop takes, queen takes, check, yeah. Anyway, bishop takes, queen takes, fine for me. I just go to h1, and I'm threatening rook takes f6 because of the 10. So let's see. Fortunately, I cannot go b4. b4 doesn't do that much anyway. Okay, king h1 or knight d7, something along those lines. Okay, how can I insert more pressure? Rook to f5, bishop takes, pawn takes, f6, knight e5. It's only a tempo on the queen. If f6, he's locking down my bishop's diagonal. That's not so great. So bishop f5, bishop takes a rook f5, bishop f5, pawn f5, f6. Knight here, attacking the queen, and I might have bishop c4 and stuff. But first of all, I'm bringing my rook to the d file. Shouldn't be bad. So let's see how this... I'm certainly not better, but I'm also not worse in that position. It's just fine for both sides currently. Okay, knight here. I really want to go bishop f5. How can I reroute my knight somehow? That's a long journey. Where's this knight going? Probably going there, hitting the b pawn. Can't really do the stuff here. I can go knight here. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, and bishop takes a6. What about rook f6? Rook f6 now. What is it doing? Rook f6, knight c5, knight d5. Knight takes pawn. Rook there. Knight takes bishop. Knight f6 check, and king h8. What about knight here immediately? Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop h2. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. That's definitely not on. Bishop f6, king h8. Knight d5, bishop takes, knight takes. Rook g8, queen there, rook g7. You know what? If I can get a knight on f5, that would be great, but how am I going to do this without... Anyway, rook f6, rook h6. Not so sure. If he does play king h8, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna go there, preventing him from going f5. So king h8 might be something for him. Then I would probably just go back. No, he doesn't. Knight there. Knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. Bishop f6 check. No, this doesn't really work. I'm just going there. I'm just going there, going around with the rook like a moron a little bit. So let's see, now knight d5 might be something better, because bishop takes, pawn takes. Bishop takes, pawn takes, I'm on f6. And I'm threatening knight here check with some other stuff. So knight d5. Bishop takes, pawn takes. Now I'm on a h7. If he goes rook takes, I go rook takes h7, threatening on g7. If he doesn't, I can also go c4 in some lines. Okay, he does this. But now my rook is safe. I cannot go c4 that easily. But I can insert pressure with the queen here. Like something along the lines of queen here. How is he defending h7 actually? I mean, rook h7, rook h8, check stuff. So I'm gonna go here. Let's see. He can take on d5, I take on h7. Okay, he does this. He offers a queen exchange. But I take this anyway, and he takes back. I take with a... I should have gone here. No, then he had that move. It doesn't make any difference, not that much. At least I could grab the queen as well. If I take on h7, he takes the queen, I take back, and he takes on d5. So the thing is, I think I go c4 here. I think I go c4. Yeah, c4. My rook would also cover this pawn then. It's not that terrible. So d5. Rook takes, queen takes, rook takes. I should probably go there still. Keeping an eye on that pawn. And rook d5 coming with h6 stuff. It's definitely not bad, my position. It's definitely not bad. It's also not really better, but what can I do? So rook c1, c8 might be something for him, but then I have rook d5. Okay, he goes after that one, and he wants to jump to c5. So let's see. b4 might be something. b4 now, yeah, b4. Right, I'm gonna go b4. b4, knight c3, rook there. Takes, it's not so bad for me, so I'm gonna go there. I'm expecting knight c3 to go after the bishop. And I have 12 minutes left on the clock versus 3. So rook here, e3, rook c2, knight takes, rook takes. Should be fine. Should be fine for me. He has to take the bishop now. Yeah, or not has to, but he should take the bishop now. Okay, now my rook is covering the c4 pawn. So let's see how he's doing this. Rook d5. Pushing b5 to undermine c5. So okay, he takes this, but then I can take that. I can't, because he's threatening mate. So that's a pretty annoying move. If I go here, he takes, I take. I have to defend the rooks being down a pawn, I guess. Just because my back rank is not safe anymore. Safest course of action is just to go h3 here. I mean, he takes on c4. I take back. He takes with the rook. So now the question is, how am I going to make progress here? I mean, I can go there. No, I should probably go after the c pawn, after the a pawn. Yeah, but he pushes that pawn. Then if I go here, he pushes. What about a4? Because I can go b4. I think I'm gonna go with a4 here. And now I just rook c2. No, rook c2 I take and go rook there, and he cannot. He has this check then, and then I'm busted. So he goes f5. I'm going after the a pawn. I would have gone rook d2 here in his favor him, but I think f5 is also quite fine. Now he does it. Yeah, I cannot really. Yeah, this is just resigns, right? I mean, I can't do anything there. The problem is the check again. Yeah, it was an interesting game, but I think I can resign. I mean, if I move back, it pushes the pawn. And I have to move back, I cannot exchange, and now I have to go there. So... This is not defendable, I guess. He just goes after my A and B pawn. It doesn't matter, he goes there anyway. He goes there anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I have to ignore it. Right? He takes this, takes that, and then goes back again. So he takes on b1. I expect, and goes rook there anyway. Yeah, and goes back with the rook again. and then I can resign. After rook d1 appears on the board, I resign. Yes, that's over. It was a pretty fine game till a certain point, but okay. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.